Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 172 coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched The Running Man. It is a new adaptation of the Richard Bachman novel, who y'all might know as Stephen King. It stars Glenn Powell, Josh Brolin, Coleman Domingo, Katie O'Brien, Daniel Ezra, Jamie Lawson, Sean Hayes, and Emilia Jones? I'm blanking, but I think that's her name. It is directed by Edgar Wright, who has also directed Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, The World's End, Baby Driver, and Last Night in Soho. You got Ben Richards, Glenn Powell. He is down bad. No work, no money, sick kid, and he does what any desperate human parent would do in his position. Puts his life on the line for $1 billion. I didn't even need to see a trailer. As soon as I heard Glenn Powell, Edgar Wright, Running Man adaptation, I was in. Edgar Wright is hands down one of my all-time favorite directors. Just the quirky humor and energy that he brings, like editing style, and just look. His movies just look cool. That's all I needed. We've already got a Richard Bachman adaptation this year that was kind of a banger. Long Walk just come out like 2 months ago. It comes out on Blu-ray and 4K, I think, in like 2 weeks. And that was one. And I liked The Running Man. I did not love it to the level that I had hoped to. And I haven't read the book, so I'm gonna end up doing a lot of comparisons to the original adaptation, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Running Man from 1987. So the way it's set up, Schwarzenegger is a cop framed and ends up on the show. I think I prefer this sick kid, desperation, gotta do what you gotta do, try to hope for the best. Nobody's ever won this game, you know. Like I just enjoy that more. Like the framed cop thing works for that movie, but I think the game works better in the Schwarzenegger movie. That mainly feels like it's like contained in one building, and Schwarzenegger is, or like in just a smaller space. Just like in a smaller space, and Arnold Schwarzenegger gets to like fight for his life and pick off the goons or whatever they call them, the enforcers, one by one. This movie, Glenn Powell goes from city to city, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe a country or two. So like the movie and the script and the writing, it all had a lot more time to breathe, but it also, I felt like, hurt the pacing. This movie has some cool set pieces. It's visually beautiful, well acted. There is something about Josh Brolin's face in this movie that bothers me. He looks almost like human Thanos. Like, I don't know if he's just got a big ass chin or if they threw some prosthetics on his face, but he, like, the Edgar Wright gloss of a movie, like, I don't feel like works for how Josh Brolin is just there. Like, even in the trailers, I was like, there's something about Brolin that is bothering me. And it bothered me in this movie, too. I can't, like, I've enjoyed Josh Brolin and his movies since The Goonies. But there's something in this movie about the way he looks And it's not like a swarmy, snaky, like he's the antagonist thing. It's physical, and I don't know what it is. The Richard Dawson character, speaking of, the Richard Dawson character from the Schwarzenegger movie is split. Josh Brolin and Coleman Domingo both fill roles that Dawson did in the 87 movie. The whole thing with Schwarzenegger kind of like abducting, what's her name, Maria Conchita Alonso, that's kind of like relocated into like a third act device. And it does what it's supposed to do. I don't know if it was completely necessary, but again, like I've never read the book. I don't know the sequence of events in the book. So, like I said, I'm comparing it to the other adaptation. I like the way that this one ended more too. Like as an Edgar Wright movie, I feel like it's missing that cool factor. It's missing the fast pacedness that Baby Driver had, that Scott Pilgrim had, that the Cornetto trilogy had. Like the really fast editing and just the vibe of fun that Edgar Wright brings. This feels a little more like Last Night in Soho, where like the pacing is just off by a beat. Like there are musical hits in this, like the music works, but just not like in the past. I wanted to give this a 3.5. I'm not gonna lie to you. Out of respect and the well done execution for one of my favorite directors, I'm gonna give it the half-star bump. Cause like there is a lot that I like about this movie. But it did, like, there were things that did bother me. With all that being said, I will say that in my opinion, The Running Man is dope. Obviously, like, go out and form your own opinion. Like, I might be tripping. I might need to rewatch it. Because there were some annoying people in my theater, too. So have you seen The Running Man, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I just put up a review for Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Last weekend, Predator Badlands. The plan next weekend is to watch and review Wicked for Good and hopefully Sisu Road to Revenge. Thanksgiving weekend, Zootopia 2. And then we'll figure out December when the calendar turns. Reckley Podcast, I think we're going to do a Predator franchise spoiler heavy discussion. Be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.